Hi, everyone. Thanks for visiting us at lanksports.com. Keith Schweigert and Jeff Reinhart here, and we're previewing one of our two spotlight games for Week 6, Lancaster Catholic's visit to Pequea Valley. And I guess, Jeff, we have to be honest and upfront, not a lot of real huge games on the docket this week. You wanted to have a chance to see the Crusaders during the regular season, so we picked this week for that. Jeff's going to be blogging live from the game, which will kick off at 7 p.m. in Kinzers. Jeff, on paper, this one looks like a rout. How do you see it playing out, though?
Yeah, Catholic won this game 62-7 last year, I want to say. I'm anxious to see Lancaster Catholic, quite frankly. I haven't seen them yet live. Got to a practice early on, but they're 5-0, and they're number one in the state, and they're the state champs. So I've heard about all these kids, and Clay, and Rhoda, and Swigert, and I just haven't seen them yet. So I'd like to get a chance to see them. I also do want to see Pequea Valley. They still have the number one offense in the league. They're averaging 442 yards a game. I know the record isn't pretty. They're 1-4, but they're putting up all kinds of gaudy, crooked numbers. Ben Myers and Tyler Schmidt and Chad Tyson and Chris Schmidt, these guys all have amazing numbers. So they're up for a big test, obviously, against Catholic. But I'd like to see how Pequea's offense handles Catholic's defense, which is number 2 in the league. But I also want to see Catholic live, kind of get a chance to see those guys and pick their brains a little bit.
Do you think Pequea Valley is going to be able to sustain anything against Catholic's defense? Because, as you mentioned, the Crusaders, they're ranked second in the league right now. They've shut down pretty much everybody they played this year, including last week when they blanked East Pennsboro. So can Pequea, even though those numbers are insane, I don't think they've run into anybody of Catholic's caliber just yet. So
not yet.
Do you think they'll be able to maintain any kind of ball movement?
That's got to be their goal. Sustain drives, don't turn it over. Finish drives, don't punt it. Play keep away. And that's usually not Pequea's deal because they throw the ball so much. Ben Myers, 99 completions, 147 attempts. He goes up top a lot. He's got 14 touchdown passes, leads the league. Chad Tyson leads the league in receptions. Tyler Schmidt leads the league with 9 touchdown catches. I don't know if they can just come out and go air raid and pass the ball 40 times. I think they need to sustain, give the ball to Schmidt a lot. Hope Myers just is efficient and runs the offense. And if they can get a score or two and get some confidence and some momentum, sure, hey, anything can happen. But yeah, I mean, Catholic has owned this series, and as mentioned, they scored over 60 last year. Might have scored over 60 the year before. So tough test for the Braves. We'll see what they can take out of it. Hopefully some positives.
And as I mentioned last week, Catholic ran into East Pennsboro. A lot of people were expecting that to be possibly the biggest obstacle between the Crusaders and an undefeated season. Now as you look at the remaining 5 games for Catholic, Section 3 appears to be a little down this year in terms of the level of competition. So is there anything... any kind of hurdles between Catholic and a 10-0 regular season?
I don't see one. Anything short of, knock on wood, injuries. They're cruising, and we talked about this earlier. Nobody's really talking about Lancaster Catholic this year. I mean, there's no Kyle Smith and him chasing all those records. They're number 1 in the state in pretty much every poll. They're 5-0. They've won 18 games in a row. Plus 13 turnover ratio. They've given up 21 points, least in the league. They're having an unbelievable season, and they're kind of flying under the radar. Nobody's talking about them. So I'd be stunned if they don't go 10-0, and that's nothing against your Anvilles and Donegals and Pequeas, but Catholic's just on another level. They really are. I mean, their program is at the point now where they want a state title. They're very legit. The kids who are coming up now and stepping in for those guys are all legit and ready to play. And Catholic is cruising. I'd be stunned if they don't go 10-0. Stunned.
Okay. Well, folks, don't forget, if you can't make it out to the games on Friday night, Jeff and I will be blogging live from 2 spotlight games every week. In addition to bringing you all the action on the field, we'll be updating scores from across the Lancaster-Lebanon League from our various sources and text messages that we get. We'll be running those scores both on our live blogs and across the ticker that goes across the top of our main page. We'll have the final scores up within minutes of the final buzzer sounding in all the games around the league. And Jeff and I will also post a video late Friday night reviewing all of the action from Week 6. So be sure to look for that. Thanks again for visiting the site, and be sure to enjoy the games on Friday.